So welcome to this video. We have with us today some guests that are going to talk to us about the amazing island of Grenada and a very unique opportunity for individuals that travel with challenges. For those that are new to the channel, on this channel, I share information for people that travel with challenges for their friends and their families. And if you haven't already done so, do me a favor, please. I always appreciate it when you subscribe to the channel. And if you hit like, it'll tell YouTube there's something worth watching and they'll share it with other people. Now, as I said, we're talking today about the island of Grenada, and we have with us Zachary Samuel, who is with Pure Grenada, which is their Convention and Visitors Bureau. And then we have Tiffany and Tom from Aquanauts Grenada. And they do something that's very unique for people that have mobility challenges. And we're going to get to learn about that during our conversation today. But let me start with Zachary. Tell us a little bit about your background and what you do.
Hi, Ken. Well, I am a Grenadian who used to live on the island. Now I'm based in Philadelphia and I work with the Grenadian Tourism Authority. And my job is to educate and to spread the word of Grenada and let everybody know what Grenada has to offer and why it is such a fantastic place to visit.
All right. Well, very nice. And so let's go to Tiffany. Tell us about your role at Aquanauts Grenada.
Right. So, hi, Ken. Thanks again for having us on today. Really appreciate it. So my name's Tiffany. I am the Marketing and Bookings and Reservations Manager for Aquanauts Grenada. My family and I are the new owners as of January, so it's a new adventure, and we're very excited to be able to share a little bit about what we do with you guys today.
Okay, well, very nice. And Tom?
I'm the owner of Aquanauts Grenada. I'm also head instructor for accessible adaptive diving and PADI as well. So we have a lot of certification capabilities and some wonderful boats, and we're on the beautiful island of Grenada.
Very nice. Okay, I have never been. I'm looking forward to learning about the island. I know you guys are just going to make me want to put this on my bucket list, and I'm going to be like, oh, now how am I going to fund that? But anyway, that's another subject. Okay, so let's start with you, Zachary. Let's talk about Grenada. Tell us a little bit about the island, where it is, and what there is to do.
Sure thing. I'm just going to pull up a little slideshow I have here, and we can go through it. All right, so this is just an idea of the lovely waters of Grenada. Here we are. So this is an idea of the lovely blue waters you get when you come and visit Grenada. And that tagline up in the top right corner, you see there, just for you, that is indicative of travel to Grenada. Being a smaller island with smaller boutique resorts, and we try and really individualize our guest experiences. So when you come to Grenada, you're not just a number in a large hotel. We meet you with very, very, very personalized, individualized service for what all of our guests particularly want, and we try and make their stay from beginning to end catered specifically to that individual. So if you look here at the bottom of the screen, you'll see Grenada is right at the southern end of the Caribbean chain of islands, which is great because it's a 5-hour flight from New York and even less from places like Charlotte and Miami, which are our gateways. So you can access us from most places by Air Canada, American Airlines, or JetBlue. We are also a geotourism destination. We have 3 islands, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, all of which go from small to smaller to smallest. And when I say that, it is a really idyllic, relaxed, tranquil lifestyle when you come to Grenada. So if you really need to get away from the big city life, Grenada is perfect for that. We are the Isle of Spice. So we do a lot of nutmeg, chocolate, cinnamon, really beautiful spices that were imported to Grenada hundreds of years ago, have flourished on the island, and that is infused in all of our cooking. The cooking is top notch. When you come to Grenada, the food you'll get is second to none. We grow over 12 different spices, and I mean, you can smell the spices when you step off the plane. We are also an island of pure natural beauty. We have cascading waterfalls, sulfur springs, a volcanic lake, and some beautiful gardens. Now, being a mountainous island, it can be, as you see many of those mountains, it can be seen as a difficult place for those with a wheelchair to get around. But there are lots of ways that we can make it easier for you. We've got taxis that are accessible. A lot of our waterfalls in areas like Annandale Waterfalls are accessible by wheelchair, designed with a ramp to get right up to the falls so that you can experience these still without having to climb many of these steps. It's also an ideal romantic destination. Love blossoms in Grenada. It's such a beautiful island filled with natural beauty. And as I say, everything is catered to your individual needs, that it's an ideal place to come with your partner. Also, fantastic sailing. Some of the sailing in Grenada is second to none. We've got such other small islands dotted around the coastline that is always something to see, something to do. And yeah, lots of sailing up throughout the Grenadines and up to Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Now they're diving. I don't want to dive in too much. I'll let Tiffany and Tom tell you more about that, but we do have some fantastic wrecks. The water temperature is beautifully warm year-round, 78 to 85 degrees. And, you know, we've got a hyperbaric chamber. So it's just a very safe and very, very, very great destination for anybody coming diving. We've got the Underwater Sculpture Park, which is unique in the world. And we are the wreck capital of the Caribbean, with just wrecks, more wrecks than you can see in one trip. So you'll always want to come back for more. This is a lovely shot of the Underwater Sculpture Park, which can be snorkeled or dive. And it's very easily accessible for anyone who's traveling in a wheelchair as well. And then just wanted to introduce some of our events. We've got the Chocolate Festival, which for any chocolate lovers, which who isn't, is fantastic. We've also got, you can do tree to bar experiences. You can get chocolate facials. You can create your own chocolate bar. You can learn the experiences that we do. And we grow a fantastic, ethical, really great chocolate product on the island. We've also got our carnival, which is tons of fun. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's musical. It's loud. And so these are all great experiences to visit while you're on Grenada. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we do have a great taxi organization, which has quite a few taxis that are wheelchair accessible. So I wanted to thank Tiffany for this video. This is a video of Elvis. I've got his details here and his phone number. So anybody coming to Grenada can easily reach out to him beforehand to arrange any trips. But this is an idea of the taxi that he has. So I'm just going to play this video now. All right, so that's just an idea of the taxi that he has. There are other taxis that have different accessible options. They have taxis where the seats can come out and slide down to go next to a wheelchair so that someone can sit in it. And there's two other taxis that have the same ramp that he does. Now, I have a quick introduction to some of our hotels and what they can offer. I'll begin with the Calabash. The Calabash is a boutique hotel, a luxury boutique hotel located on the southern coast of Grenada. Now, what's fantastic about Calabash is that every year they close for a renovation. And about 20 years ago, they have a guest that comes every year, the Duke of Buccleuch, and he is wheelchair bound, and he is a specialty consultant for making hotels and experiences wheelchair accessible. So he came and they had an entire consultation with him, and he's helped them create two of their specifically designed pool suites for wheelchair accessibility. And it's done in a way that it's not intrusive, it's not in your face, but the showers are a little wider, the doors are a bit wider, and the suites are ideal for anyone to come in a wheelchair. With the plunge pool at the back, they are just perfect. Also, two of the island's top restaurants are located here, both of which have ramp access as well, as does the pool area and all of the other main areas of the resort. Coyaba, similar as well, has rooms with walk-in and roll-in showers. They have ramps on property to all public areas, and they're located on the beautiful Grand Anse Beach. So for all of the properties that you see here are located on lovely flat areas of the land. So even though Grenada can be known as a mountainous island, these properties are great for anyone with a wheelchair to get around. The Kalinago Resort as well, all of their ground floor suites are designed for those traveling in a wheelchair, as are all of their main public areas. And they're located on the beautiful, scenic, and calm BBC Beach. And the Royalton is the newest kid on the block, one of our new resorts opening this August. So I reached out to them and they have assured me that they have two beachfront wheelchair accessible suites, and all of their public areas such as the pool, the restaurants, the bars, everything, the kids club are all also wheelchair accessible. And then True Blue Bay Resort, another lovely product on the south coast of the island. And here we have the True Blue Bay Resort, another lovely property based on the south coast of Grenada, who do fantastic work when it comes to being eco-friendly, being a true geo-destination, a lovely, beautiful property with beautiful views of the south. And Renata, one of their managers, has kindly sent me a little video to show you exactly what they can do for you. So I will play that for you now.
Hi, and welcome to True Blue Bay Resort. I'm Renata, and I'm going to be taking you around the resort, showing you some of our accessible rooms and hotel facilities. Let's go. In the living room area and kitchenette area of the suite, as you see, plenty of space. And right here, we have the bedroom area. This bed can be separated into two or be put together for a king size, and that's the case with many of our rooms. You have handles by the toilet seat and in the shower, and a big large shower as well. And last but not least, a lovely, large balcony. We're located on the south of the island, only a 5-minute drive from the airport, as well as the main shopping area on the island and the world-renowned Grand Anse Beach. Now we're going to take you down to our restaurant where you'll have all your meals, and then we'll bring you over to Aquanauts Dive Club. Dodgy Dock is open for business for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. We also have a few theme nights throughout the week. On Wednesday, we have street food night where we invite local vendors from around the island to come and showcase some of the local food for you to try. On Fridays, we have Fiesta Friday, which is a Mexican themed night. And then on Saturdays, we do a barbecue dinner. All right, let's go to the dive shop. So, Aquanauts has 3 boats, as you can see right here. And right on the dock, and the dive shop is right over here. There's Tyler. Hi, Tyler. Conveniently, our poolside bar, also known as the rum shop, is right next to the dive shop. Let's go see. Thanks for following us around. We hope to see you soon at True Blue Bay Resort in Grenada. Bye.
All right. right, great. So thanks. That was Renata from True Blue Bay. And the dive shop she showed us there, it's a great segue into our next two speakers, which will be Tiffany and Tom. So they run the Aquanauts, and I have a little video to show you, and then I will leave them to let us know more and answer any questions you might have. So let's see this fantastic video.
Try to make it as easy as possible for anyone who wanted to come diving with us here at Aquanauts Grenada. We specialize in adaptive diving. We're the only dive center on the island that has a dock that leads straight up to our boats. We can easily get people in and out of the boats and into the water.
Just have enjoyed themselves. Still one more dive to do for the guys. Couldn't ask for more. Aquanauts really are helpful, and they go out of their way. They go the extra mile for us, which is great.
The Scuba Trust is a charity to enable disabled people with all disabilities to enjoy the beautiful sport of scuba diving. The True Blue Bay Resort have done so much here in a way adapting the resort to cater for people with disability, and that will go on for other people around the world. And I do hope sincerely that other people come and get the same benefits as everyone has done for us for this lovely holiday.
Okay, so I think that's a perfect way to introduce Tiffany and Tom.
Ooh, yes, thank you so much for sharing the video. So like you guys got to see, we have the only dock entry in Grenada, which makes it very easy for us to accommodate people of all abilities in order to go scuba diving, which is a really beautiful experience. And I'll let my dad, Tom, talk a little bit more about our HSA program, as he and my brother, Tyler, are both HSA instructors.
Thank you, Tiff. We're sort of passing this ball around nicely. HSA is an organization that put together a collection of requirements around how to develop an adaptive diving program. And it's from a safety and security perspective. It's been the mark of the industry since 1985. And myself and my son are both instructors, which means that we can actually, if you want to learn to dive, we can adapt the course for you, tailor it. You'll actually have a certification. No matter your ability, you'll have a certification at the end of it that allows you to dive, most usually with a person who understands what a buddy is. If you don't require a buddy, you'll have a full open water certification. And if you do have any restrictions at all, we can actually teach your buddy for you. And so we actually train buddies, and there's a buddy class that you can take so you actually understand how to dive with your partner, which is the super neat part of it. To us, we got into ocean exploration is really what we call it, because we believe it's for everyone. And when we said for everyone, we've put the time and the effort into making sure it was for everyone. And when we came to Grenada, two things were paramount to us. One was the sustainability of the environment from a tourism perspective, and True Blue checked all the boxes for us. They're involved with all kinds of governmental organizations across Grenada and outside of Grenada and across the Caribbean. And then the other side was that it's accessible. And as you can see, we've succeeded on both of those fronts. We just have an absolute wonder. I mean, it's just the greatest thing. This past weekend, I was taking brand new divers into the water for their first time. And it's always a joy just to see people smiling and just having a great time with it.
Okay, well, very nice. So I do have questions. So my first question is, do you teach like a resort course so that if somebody just wanted the experience of diving but wasn't looking for certification, so that you could take somebody that's a non-diver that is mobility impaired, would you be able to have a program to take them out diving?
Absolutely. Actually, most people are familiar with PADI, which is the Professional Association of Dive Instructors. And the HSA, the adaptive techniques, apply to really all PADI products. They're most soundly drawn against the introduction. So basic, whether it's a resort in a pool, a resort course in the open ocean with pool combination, or a full course. You can do all of the above. And then it's just a matter of figuring out exactly where, if any, restrictions apply. And then we work with it there. So it's just really a matter of figuring out where, if any, restrictions apply and being able to apply those.
Okay, well, very nice. Now, the other question that came to mind, because my wife and I are both PADI certified, from years ago, now 40 years ago since we've been certified. We were living in Okinawa at the time and both took the open water course. But she has significantly more mobility problems than she used to. And I don't know that she would be necessarily wanting to dive, but what about snorkeling? So do you do like accessible snorkeling tours as well? Does it seem like the boat would be set up for it?
Actually, what we have is we have on staff a professional swim instructor who is involved with anxiety-based. She's been involved for 9 years with anxiety-based approaches to the water. So we can get you at any level. And this is, again, part of the ideas that we've had is to get you at any level into the water. If you can't swim, just want to go snorkeling, we've got that. And so a common situation in anxiety-based swimming is PTSD, and being able to literally take someone and work with them and it's not a mobility challenge, but it is a challenge nonetheless. And it's a matter of we're going to be working with other veterans organizations on this, but it's from beginning introduction to water all the way through and everything in between.
Okay. Very nice. And I'm glad to see that you're working beyond mobility. My channel name is Traveling with a Chair, and that was where I started focusing, answering questions about mobility. But I very quickly realized that there are people that have a whole spectrum of disabilities. And so my Facebook group, I have people that have PTSD. I have people in the Facebook group that have autistic family members, that have a variety of things. One lady in our group, she's almost blind and her mom has mobility issues and they travel together. I love the fact that there's so much emphasis being placed on trying to create accessible options for people. And you guys are doing I think that's so amazing. I will, at some point in time, I'll have to come see you. So let me go back to Tom and Tiffany. Do you guys work with the cruise lines to set up like shore excursions for the cruise lines if somebody visits on a cruise?
Yes, so we do. And we are happy to coordinate with cruise ships, cruise travelers for day trips, including those wanting to do adaptive diving as well. So we're more than happy to coordinate with people that are coming to the island for a day. And then if you like it, of course, we'd love to welcome you back to come stay for a little bit longer, get to know the island a little bit more too.
Oh, like I said, I could see me spending some time there.
It's a good place.
It's a shame I wasn't there when COVID hit, because that would have been a great place to have a workation or whatever they call it.
Right. Yes, definitely. Yeah, the internet's pretty good here too, you know, remote working, it works.
Yeah, so you guys have nice, solid internet. Sometimes when we're doing interviews, it's not so good. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to the folks that are watching. And if you guys would just hang around for a minute. Thanks everybody that's watched this. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you want to know more about Grenada or about Aquanauts Grenada, in the comments, there will be links to all of their information so that you can get a chance to reach out to them and plan your trip to Grenada and enjoy the amazing diving, even no matter what your challenges might be. So thanks for watching, and we'll see everybody in the next video.
Mm-hmm.